Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Mojo Moment. I'm Lisa Bowman, the Chief Mojo Officer of Marketing Mojo. Joining me today is my guest, Allie McGuire, and Allie is the founder of Awareness Ties. Allie, hey, I wore my tie for you. Can you see it?
I can. How could you not? I love it.
It's my pride tie, right? I've got a rainbow tie on. It's Pride Month, so it's my
Mhm.
way of showing some support. Speaking of
Uh,
support for causes, you have founded a really awesome way of helping people to fundraise and show support for a cause that they care about or that's personal to them. And
mhm.
that's Awareness Ties. Tell us about Awareness Ties.
Yeah, well, so this is an awareness tie. We'll put this up here at the bottom. You can see I've got my tie on too to show support. This is actually the LGBTQ awareness tie. Awareness Ties is a social platform to raise awareness and funds for causes. Through our campaigns and our publications and our ties, we raise awareness and funds.
Cool. So it sounds like you've got a triple tie on how you do this, right? It's the campaigns, it's the platforms, and it's the sale of the ties. And so
Yeah,
ties really are cause marketing, right? You make the different ties related to causes. They come in colors to represent
yeah,
the causes. And then if you're fundraising, you purchase the ties and you get a credit or a donation
correct.
back for each of the ties that sold for that cause. Do I have that right?
That is absolutely correct.
And how did you start this? I mean, you've got a really interesting background. You're a storyteller
Mhm.
by background, right? And I happen to know you're a wine aficionado. You've used your storytelling capabilities to tell stories about wine and get people interested in wine. You're a performance artist. So,
Yeah.
how did you get on the journey of starting Awareness Ties? What was it that brought you to that?
Well, I think what happened was we were in LA. We were at Paramount Studios. We were producing an event we wanted to recognize those filmmakers who were setting the gold standard in social impact filmmaking. So we said, oh, okay, we definitely need to have a gold tie event. And so on the flight home after a fabulous time in LA, we said, you know what? There's something to this tie thing. People are very familiar with seeing ribbons, awareness ribbons. They know how it goes. If it's a pink ribbon, it's breast cancer. If it's a purple, it's Alzheimer's or cancer. And we said, why don't we take that same methodology and apply it to something a little more sassy? Why don't we do ties? And so why ties? I mean, there's a number of things, products you could use, I suppose. Selfishly, I love ties. So I was working for a tech company in San Francisco, one of the few ladies in the office, and none of the other guys are wearing ties. I would wear ties. And so, I got a few comments like, wow, just Allie, seeing you wearing that tie makes me feel super empowered as a woman. I think I might want to try it myself. A couple of them did, and a couple of them said, wow, what a cool experience. And so I said, I'm going to create a company someday that's going to be one of empowerment. We're going to empower women to, to be confident and to be strong. And this tie is going to be the symbol for that. And so fast forward a few years later, when my husband Jack and I came to meet and get married 3 weeks after knowing each other, we had this idea, so it doesn't have to be just gold ties for these social impact filmmakers. Why don't we use ties in different colors to represent a number of different causes? Why don't we make these cause ties? And I said, oh, cause ties sounds fun, but I think it's more about just cause. It's about making people aware. It's the awareness that we wanted to focus on. And so we decided to go with awareness ties. We started with the ties and we said, the ties are great. It's a great way to show support. It's a great symbol of support. It's a great conversation starter. Like, Allie, what's up with that tie? Well, let me just tell you about this tie. And so it's like a visual story. It's like you're wearing a story. And as a storyteller, I could appreciate that. And I said, but you know what? The ties are not enough. We need to, on this platform, have more than just something you put around your neck. We need to have something more than that. And that more was publications. Why don't we tell a story? Why don't, for each of the causes we represent, we have a guide. We have an awareness guide. And so we did that. In the guide, here's where you give help, here's how you get help. And by the way, here's some facts you should know. So then we had our awareness tie, we had our awareness guide, And then we said, but we got to get some people involved because people love people, and we love people. So we decided, let's get some ambassadors on. So we came up with a list of people that we thought, let's reach out to these people and see if they might be interested in having some fun and doing this with us. And lo and behold, they were interested. So it's happened very organically. That's the interesting thing about this particular startup, is that nothing has been forced. It's only been allowed. And I think that speaks to our intentions and our vision for this company. And so we've just allowed the right people, the right partners, the right possibilities are presenting themselves, and some pretty incredible things are happening. Yeah, so
Love
there's
it.
that.
And I love the fact that you and Jack tied the knot after just 3 weeks. Sorry, I had to go there. We have a few more minutes left, so I would love to hear 2 things from you real quick. Where along the journey did you find your mojo moment? And then you've just started something new, which is Selfie to Support. So can you help me to understand real quick where you found your mojo moment along the journey, and then tell us about Selfie to Support and where we learn more information about that?
For sure. Well, my mojo moment was when I realized what was possible. When I realized that there's so much that can be done, there's so much good that we can do, there's so much awareness that we can raise, which is a good thing, because with so many causes out there, it's needed. This
Totally.
world is in need of great change. And for that to happen, it all begins with awareness. And so I think that's where my mojo moment came in, is when I just realized what was possible in the scale of what we could do if we just didn't stop. And that's, I think, the advice I would give people is just don't stop.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so real quick, tell us about Selfie to Support and where we can
Yes.
find you if we've got a cause that we're looking to support or bring awareness to.
For sure. So COVID proof, that's the awesome thing about it. It allows you to share your selfie and your story to support your cause. So you go to selfie2support.com, and that is where you can click to select which cause from all of the cause filters that you want to support. And then you upload your selfie and you share your story, push it out there. People can, respond to it. They can share it from there. People can donate to it. It's a wonderful way for everyone to be able to have a voice, to be seen, to be heard for what they believe in.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for what you're doing, for all of the causes that you support, and for just having such a great vision to bring awareness and help people have a really creative way to do it. I think you've inspired me. This is the first time I've worn a tie. It may not be the last time I wear a tie. I think I actually might like this.
I think you should continue, for sure.
And we have to do that. And with that, I think we are going to have to tie this up. So Allie, thank you so much for joining us today. And real quick, again, we find you at awarenessties.com.
Yes, for any fundraising or campaign interest, that's where you go, awarenessties.us. Awareness ties us.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.